Did you know that not all cats are as innocent, harmless, or predictable as they look? Beneath that soft fur and graceful movement, every single member of the Felidae family, from the tiny domestic tabby purring on your sofa to the massive, muscular apex predators ruling the wilderness, is biologically engineered as a ruthless, highly efficient killing machine. Some use silent stealth to decimate thousands of local wildlife species every single year. Others pack enough jaw power to crush armored turtle shells in a single snap. And a few are capable of hunting down fully grown prey more than 3 times their own weight. But while famous big cats like tigers and jaguars get all the headlines for their brute force, the last feline on this list isn't terrifying just because of its size or claws. It holds a blood-chilling record for an urban terror event in modern history that paralyzed an entire international railway project for months, and the sheer human body count will leave you speechless. Let's start with the one that fools people the most. On the surface, the domestic cat is the ultimate adorable house pet. They spend up to 16 hours a day sleeping in warm spots, purr softly when scratched behind the ears, and seem completely harmless curled up on your living room rug. Millions of households around the world consider them family members, treating them as gentle, low-maintenance companions. But don't let the innocent cuteness fool you. Once stepping outside the front door, domestic cats turn into one of the most destructive, invasive predators on planet Earth. Unlike wild predators that hunt purely for survival, domestic cats are driven by an innate, unstoppable predatory instinct that compels them to stalk, pounce, and kill even when they are fully fed. A single free-ranging domestic cat can easily slaughter dozens of small birds, mammals, and reptiles every single month. The scale of this destruction is staggering. Extensive studies conducted by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Smithsonian Conservation Biology Institute reveal that free-ranging domestic cats kill an estimated 1.3 to 4.0 billion birds and between 6.3 and 22.3 billion small mammals every year in the United States alone. Globally, these household hunters have been directly responsible for the complete extinction of at least 63 species of birds, mammals, and reptiles in the wild. If a 10-pound house cat can cause that much ecological devastation in your neighborhood, imagine what happens when nature scales up the size and aggression. Weighing between 15 to 30 pounds, the bobcat looks like an overgrown house cat with distinctive tufted ears, spotted fur, and a short bobbed tail. Native to North America, they are notoriously elusive, quiet, and generally do everything in their power to avoid human interaction. Most people who live near bobcat habitats will go their entire lives without ever seeing one in person. But beneath that quiet, feline appearance lies a terrifyingly efficient ambush specialist. Bobcats possess immense muscular power relative to their small body frame. They are capable of leaping up to 12 feet in a single explosive bound, allowing them to instantly close the distance on unsuspecting prey and snap their necks before the victim can even react. While their daily diet consists mostly of rabbits, squirrels, and rodents, a hungry bobcat has no issue stepping up to much larger targets. Wildlife researchers have documented bobcats stalking, tackling, and killing adult white-tailed deer weighing over 150 pounds, more than 5 times the cat's own body weight. They hide in dense brush, wait in complete silence for hours, and strike with lethal precision. If a small bobcat is capable of taking down prey 5 times its size, the next big cat on this list takes stealth and power to an even darker level in the jungle canopy. With its striking golden coat covered in dark rosettes, the leopard is widely celebrated as one of the most beautiful and elegant creatures in the animal kingdom. Moving gracefully through the forests and savannas of Africa and Asia, they appear sleek, muscular, and majestic, But behind that breathtaking appearance is arguably the most adaptable, cold-blooded and opportunistic ambush hunter in the wild. Unlike other big cats that rely strictly on open speed or brute force on the ground, leopards are undisputed masters of vertical warfare. They possess incredible upper body strength and retracted claws designed for vertical climbing. A 130-pound leopard can hunt and kill an adult antelope or zebra calf weighing over 200 pounds, drag the heavy carcass across the ground, and then carry it straight up a vertical tree trunk using only its jaws. By hoisting massive kills high into the tree branches, leopards keep their food completely out of reach from scavengers like hyenas and lions. Their strength-to-weight ratio is unmatched, and their night vision allows them to hunt in near-total darkness, dropping silently from branches onto unsuspecting targets below. If dragging heavy prey up a tree trunk sounds impressive, wait until you see the feline that treats rock-hard, armored reptiles like light afternoon snacks. At first glance, the jaguar looks remarkably similar to a leopard, roaming the dense tropical rainforests and swamps of Central and South America. It is stocky, powerful, and deeply revered in ancient Mayan and Aztec mythology as a spirit of the dark forest. But the jaguar operates with an entirely different, highly unusual killing mechanism compared to every other feline on the planet. Most big cats kill large prey by grabbing the throat or muzzle to cause slow suffocation. The jaguar doesn't bother wasting time with suffocation. It possesses the strongest bite force of any cat species relative to its size, delivering over 1,500 pounds of force per square inch. That extreme pressure is enough to crush armored caiman skulls or bite straight through the thick, bone-hard shell of a river turtle. Instead of going for the throat, a jaguar typically delivers a single bite directly through the temporal bones of the skull between the ears, piercing the brain instantly. They are also exceptional swimmers, routinely diving into murky rivers to drag 9-foot caiman out of the water and onto the bank for dinner. While the jaguar rules the rainforest with a skull-crushing bite, the next feline commands the rugged wilderness with pure, massive physical power. The tiger is a global icon, the largest of all wild cat species, universally admired for its bold orange stripes, hypnotic eyes, and commanding presence. But behind that magnificent appearance is an absolute tank of an apex predator. Tipping the scales at up to 600 pounds or more, a wild tiger is built almost entirely of dense muscle mass. Their physical power is so extreme that a single, full-force blow from a tiger's front paw carries enough kinetic energy to shatter the skull of a wild water buffalo, or snap the spine of a cattle beast in an instant. Tigers are solitary stalkers that move through dense forest cover with terrifying silence despite their massive size, accelerating up to speeds of 40 miles per hour in short, explosive bursts. When a tiger loses its fear of humans or becomes injured, the consequences are disastrous. The most extreme historical example occurred in the early 1900s along the border of Nepal and India. A single female tiger, known as the Champawat tigress, turned into a dedicated man-eater after a gunshot wound broke her canine teeth. Over a period of several years, this single animal stalked villages, ambushed travelers on forest paths, and was officially documented to have killed 436 human beings before legendary hunter Jim Corbett finally tracked her down and ended her reign of terror. As terrifying as the tiger's raw physical power is, the final entry on this list takes the crown for tactical coordination and historical nightmare fuel carnage. The lion is universally crowned as the king of the jungle, symbolic of royalty, courage, and pride. They are celebrated in pop culture as noble animals, living in social family groups called prides where cubs play under the watchful protection of massive male lions with dark, magnificent manes. But when lions shift their focus toward hunting, their social structure transforms them into the most formidable, coordinated killing team on the planet. Unlike all other solitary felines, lions hunt in organized groups using strategic flankers to drive herds into hidden ambushers and cutting off all possible escape routes with military precision. The absolute darkest chapter of feline behavior in human history occurred in 1898 during the construction of the Uganda-Mombasa Railway over the Tsavo River in Kenya. Two massive male Tsavo lions began targeting the railway construction camp at night. These lions didn't hunt in the open savanna. Instead, they stalked into the campsite after dark, ripped through heavy thornbrush fences and dragged workers out of their tents while they slept. For 9 agonizing months, these two man-eaters terrorized the project. They displayed extraordinary intelligence, ignoring livestock traps, dodging armed guards, and hunting humans systematically. The psychological horror became so severe that hundreds of Indian and African workers fled the area entirely, completely shutting down construction on the British Empire's railway line. Estimates of the total body count range from 28 official railway employees to over 135 victims before the project engineer, Lieutenant Colonel John Henry Patterson, finally managed to track and shoot both lions from harmless household pets that secretively slaughter billions of wild animals to coordinated apex pack hunters capable of bringing major international construction projects to a complete standstill. The cat family proves that beauty and cuteness are often just a cover for pure lethality. Which of these 6 felines surprised you the most? Was it the staggering ecological impact of the ordinary domestic house cat? Or the horrifying historical nightmare of the Tsavo lions? Tell me in the comments down below. I read every single one. If this video changed the way you look at the cat family forever, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And if you want more deep dives into nature's most shocking and dangerous predators, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next upload.